Hello, I'm Trey and welcome to one of my card demonstration videos. In this video I'm going to be working on a few different textured card types such as metallics and mattes and other texture, and combining those, using those with my various cutting dies all on one card to make a collage. So this is going to be a nice little challenge for me, and I hope that anybody that's watching this will get some hints and tips. Now these are the cards and papers I'm going to be using. I'm going to be combining some unusual colours, so again that's another challenge. This lovely shiny paper, like a patchwork effect in pinks. I've got a nice mauve matte card which I'll be using with this cutting die, like one of the matting and layering ones. I've got like a textured card, it's like a dark orange, and I'll be using these two elements to cut out on that. Nice dragonfly and a lady dancing inside a leaf. And I've also got some metallics patterned card. I've got a swirl that I want to use with this and another of my matting and laying dies. And all of these elements are going to be going on to an A5 card, which is unusual for me. I don't tend to work on this size card, but because I have a lot to try and fit on, I'm going to do it on that size. I've cut out all my layers and all the elements out of the various pieces of card and types of card. I put my paper, backing paper, on my base card, and now I'm ready to put the card together. Now I sometimes like to create like a collage on a card, and it means there's quite a lot of elements on there, but I like that effect. It's almost like a journal effect, I think. So you're decorating a card almost like a journal, if that makes sense. So I'm going to put down my two layers first, and I did check where I want things put on, like I always do, place it on. So this matte and layering is going to be off centre, so I can get my embellishment on. So I'll do that first. Now this, I'm also using a slightly different glue on this. It's Colgate clear glue, and I've not used this before. One, it's very runny, I would say, and the other is it smells really strong. I mean, it's practically knockout juice, this stuff. You don't want to be sniffing this for long. I don't normally use glue that's so strong as that, but so I'm not putting a lot on so I don't knock myself out with the fumes. So that's one layer, and another one. I really do like this die cut set. It's such a nice one for doing matte and layering, because I like the scallop effect. I'm going to have to spread that out a bit because, like I say, it's really runny. Now, as I always do, I'm going to put a weight on that. So I'm going to put it to one side with something on top of it to weigh it down, so it sticks better. Now, this is quite slim cut and die, so I'll have to use silicone glue for that. But I've managed to get foam pads on these. But this one, I'm going to try and snip into it. And I've got my scissors because I don't want the frame twice. I just want the lady in this pattern. So I'm going to try and snip into this using different types of scissors. I've got some nice curved ones, so I'll try that. Get a bit of shape. It won't be exact, it's just so that I can layer it in a way I think will look interesting. I'm going to be snipping out the frame, the leaf frame. And that's cut out quite nicely, and just place it on top of there. Gives a little bit more interest. Now I'm going to put some silicone glue on the back of this floral flourish. And I tend to use a cocktail stick when I do this. Just put it on bits that are slightly thicker so it'll hold it down. Now I'll get my card back, my main card, because my layers will now be stuck down. I'm going to place on my element. So this element here, this flourish, I want it round about the top of the right hand side or edge, opening edge of the card. And I put some little gems on that flourish as well to highlight the flowers. It's a lovely cut and dye that. Now I want to put on the base of my lady in the leaf. I'll take the backs off these. This annoying fiddly part of doing crafting. Right, and I wanted this part to be further across and onto the corner as such of the matten layering. And it's nice to be able to see that patterned midi card underneath as well. I like that effect. Now I'm going to put on the lady, the separate one I did, the extra, and I snipped in two. Layer that on. I like to put as much depth as I can with my cut and dyes, because when I first started doing cards I mostly did decoupage, so this is almost like doing cut and dyes as a decoupage. And that's quite a nice effect. You can see the framed effect of the orange underneath. And now I'm going to put on this dragonfly, this little dragonfly, and I want to put that on my flourish, so I'm going to put it there. And I have a little greetings sentiment topper, and I put that around the bottom. And that's that card finished. I really do like that, and like I say, there's lots of elements on there. but it's almost like you're making a collage. And I like doing this because I do this with digital artwork to make my own toppers, and I like the creativity of it, so it gives it a bit of depth as well. And those different types of card material and paper material looks quite nice together. I mean, this shiny paper with the matte finished texture and the matte finish plainer card looks quite good. And I really do like this pattern mirror. It just picks up the card completely, really makes it pop. So that's something I hope that people have watched this and seen something that they might find interesting, got some ideas, some tips. If you have any comments, please do leave them. Come and chat with me on my Facebook page. I'll leave a link in the description. I'd love to hear from you. So I'll say bye for now, and I'll see you again with a different video, either a tutorial or a demonstration.